What's the vibes? What's the vibes? Top of the morning, top of the afternoon, top of the evening, whenever this video may find you. I am Dream. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Dreamy1, the number one. Sub to my YouTube channel, Blunt Money Bets. That's his channel you're watching right here. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Let me know what you are on if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitter. You get a good heart and a retweet. We'll greatly appreciate that. And most importantly, if you want all the plays from this day drop, sub to the Cap Collective Discord. Link is in the description of the video and the bio of my Twitter page. I'm putting this in the court, man. Quick recap of yesterday. Not the best yesterday. Not the best day betting yesterday. Lost 3 units. And it was just mostly due to Blunt Money Bets folding. Pretty much. Had a some chances, man. Peyton Pritchard definitely should have went crazy. Rush should have got his 20 regardless, but we should have hit that. Had the Aaron Gordon and Mikal Bridges. My challenges got hooked again, or pretty much hooked. Jalen Brunson fell 3 points short in one, and then the other one, Boston Blue, the full game. So saw that worked out. So straights went 2-2, and they should have went. Well, no, because I don't think Jokic got his boards regardless. So yeah, straights went 2-2. Caruso got great CLV on Caruso. He didn't get 2 steals, but sort of a blah day. We'll see what happens though, man. Got 2 plays today. I'll give them both to you guys because they're pretty square. And then we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna do the step 1 today, just because of what Sean, what up, man? Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, let's get to this bread. That's the only reason why I'm not doing the challenge, because it could be a blowout today. And the way FanDuel is, it doesn't really give me. I mean, I could always whip something up, but I want the first half. I mean, I want the first quarter. I want some action in the first quarter for this challenge to mitigate if it's a blowout. And you can't SGP nothing really from the first quarter except for the first quarter 3-way money line. And if that's the case, you might as well take the half. The half is like minus 250 and the first quarter is like minus 220. So you're not really getting nothing there. But I doubt the game's about to start in 30 minutes. I've been kind of mulling over it all day. I do have leans, but yeah, not really enough for me to be like, play it. Hopefully it's not a blowout, but I could really, really see it being that. I don't know who you're talking about. He played tonight. I don't know what you mean. But yeah, man, let's do it. First play, unit play. I've seen everybody on this play, but Anthony and Edwards over 6.5 points, first quarter points. I'd play it to 7.5. At 7.5, I'll play it for a unit. We got it at 6.5 at minus 140. We put a unit on that. And this is basically Edwards has had back-to-back bad playoff games. The last game against the Lakers, bad shooting. Last game against the Lakers, first game against Golden State, his coach came out, called him out, that's what his coach does. And he generally responds well. But that's how David Finch is. I think that's his name. But that's how he is. He's gonna call his players out, and that's what he did. He called Ant out. He said it's on Ant to come out and set the tone. He didn't think he came out with the right mentality. Yada yada yada. So yeah, that's the really real only reason why I'm betting that. A part of me wants to also bet the first half, maybe even the first quarter. I was watching my boy Ski Show. Shout out to the homie Ski Prophet. And the homie Rob Vino was on there, and he basically pointed out that even though like all these games been wild and wacky, how about these playoffs so far, man? How about all these teams losing? Celtics lose again last night, because this is a betting show, especially shows like this being a betting show. We generally just get in and out with the money. You know what I'm saying? We talking bets, that's it. But sometimes, we shoot the shit and talk. So we really haven't had a chance to talk about how everybody's just losing all these games besides OKC. They finally stopped it last night. But with that being said, all these teams in game 2, they came out in the first quarter. Cleveland came out in the first quarter, beat the shit out of Indiana. They blew that lead, but in the first quarter, they was up double digits. Boston last night was up double digits versus the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Was looking like that game might get out of hand. Who's the other one? Obviously, OKC came out, beat the shit out of them. And that's another one I can't. What's the other series? Oh, well, I don't know. Yeah, that's 3. So I guess Minnesota is the last one. So the other 3, even though 2 of them lost, the other 3 came out in that first quarter and responded. So you would think that Minnesota and no Steph will come out in the first quarter and respond. So with that being said, I like Ant over his 6.5 minus 144 unit over his 7.5. You can probably get a 7.5 a bunch of places. Shit on FanDuel, that shit's at 8.5, which is crazy. But yeah, half unit on anything else. Half unit on anything else. All right. And my second play for 3/4 of a unit, 0.75 units, is Naz Reid, 12 points, and Minnesota money line. I told you guys I was going back to the well with Nas, whether he hit his bet or not. I just think it's a good matchup for him. I think his line's a little low. Now, once we get into, 13.5, 14.5, I'm cool. But if I could still get Nas's 12 points, which was a minus 140, I just didn't want to lay 2 minus 140s today. So I just put the Minnesota money line with that. But if I can get Nas at a good price, 10 to 12 points, then I'll go ahead and play Nas. I think he comes out again, has another good game. He left a lot on the table last game. He missed a lot of shots. He missed a lot of layups. But he did come out aggressive. Then he kind of fell back for a quarter and a half, 2 quarters. Then he came out in the fourth quarter. I expect us to get a lot of Naz Reid tonight. So Naz Reid, 12 points. Going to run that back. Minnesota money line, 0.75 units. And Edwards, first quarter points over 6.5. We got that minus 140 on ESPN bet. Played that for a unit. Anything above that, half unit on Ant to come out swinging tonight. They were the 2 straight bets. Give you guys a few blunt money bets, but we're going to try and see how this game. Yes, actually, I'll give you guys a blunt money bet. Jonathan Kuminga. I mentioned Kuminga, but yeah, he does play tonight. I would think he's going to play tonight. I actually have a blunt money bet with 3 PRA unders that I played on ESPN bet. So let's get to it. Yeah, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Let me get a heart and a retweet if you're watching on Twitter. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you sub to the channel, Blunt Money Bets. Make sure you liking the video, sharing the video, all that good shit. Oh, man. And most importantly, if you want all my plays as soon as they drop, sub to the Cap Collective Discord. Link is in the description of the video and the bio of my Twitter page. All right. Well, first off, Draymond Green, first basket. Of course, it's not going to hit today, but I would kill myself if I didn't put a 10th of a unit on it. I've been talking about just for the last 3 games. Didn't play it. I know some people have been playing it, though, because they added me on Twitter. So shout out to them. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. He's done it 3 straight games. I think he's done it 4 straight games for Golden State being their first basket scorer. A lot of moving parts to make that possibly not happen again, but it's definitely worth a 10th of a unit. So Draymond first basket plus 1,200 on FanDuel, 10th of a unit. As far as those PRAs under that I like, I took Gary Payton Jr., Mike Conley, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, all under their PRAs, plus 492. And I put my boost on it on ESPN bet to make it a plus 639. So Gary Payton, the second, mostly because his bum ass didn't get another rebound after he got 5 in the first quarter. I'm like, okay, I see what type of time you want, nigga. You ain't chasing. So that made me want to play his PRA for one. That's the main reason he's on this blunt money bet. Mike Conley, we've been playing his under all playoffs. I'm surprised to stay at this 12.5. Has he covered this 12.5? Maybe he has, but he ain't never, he always done got us right. Let me see. Mike Conley. Has he been getting this 12.5? Oh, we've been doing points and assists, though. Yeah, we've been doing points and assists. Now his whole PRA is 12.5. I think his PRA was 14.5. And he was barely covering that. Sure. But yeah, on Mike under his PRA, I think it's a more Dante DiVincenzo game. And I already talked about Gary Payton. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I got hooked on the blunt money bet so bad. It was so beautiful, man. I had Nickeil under his 2.5 rebounds, under his 2.5 assists. He had zero in both of those. Zero. Rudy Gobert, 1 assist, which he had 1 assist in like 12 of his last 14 games versus Golden State. He didn't get that 1 assist. And then I had that with something Obi Toppin assist, Ben Mathurin under assist in another leg. And Rudy, smoked me. But I say all that to say this. Nickeil, he's probably going to have a big game, one of these 2 games, but I'll take a shot here with some blunt money bets. I think he's worth the parlay pieces under because the fact that he didn't have any rebounds or any assists last game, that sticks out to me. I don't see that changing. I think it's going to be a lot of Ant today. Now, where I do worry is it can be a blowout and he can hit a few threes and that could be that. But out of everybody on Minnesota outside of Conley, I wanted to go back to his PRA again. I mean, honestly, his PRA last game was 10.5, and I wanted to play that. I was just too scared. And then you can't parlay PRA unders on DraftKings. So I went to ESPN Bet to do it last game, and it was at 8.5. So it was a 2-point difference. Kind of the same thing with Mikal Bridges. Shout out to Mikal Bridges last night. And I knew I had found something because it went from 6.5 to 7.5. I'm like, now that shit at 8.5. All right. It's too much for me. You know what I'm saying? I might put that bitch on the blunt money bet. But shout out to Mikal Bridges, rebounding and assisting out there, dishing and swishing, in the words of the great Clyde Frazier. But yeah, so there's your unders, man. Gary Payton, under 14.5. Mike Conley under 12.5, Nickeil Alexander-Walker under 8.5. That's not really, I don't really like that one much. 0.2 units on that. Don't really like that one that much. But you asked, so I gave that to you. I do like this. Ant Edwards, 10 first quarter points. Naz Reid, 15 points. Basically, my blunt money bets. I should have went a step further, but I chilled. I should have did 12 for Ant and 20 or 18 for Naz. But I'm cool. 10 first quarter points for Ant Edwards, 15 overall points for Naz Reid on ESPN Bet is a plus 679. I also put my boost on that to make it an 815, 0.2 units on that. Jimmy Butler, 10 rebounds and 10 assists, plus 2,200. Kind of goes without saying there with Jimmy. Now, I personally think Jimmy's going to front, personally. I don't think you're going to get much out of Jimmy tonight. I hope we do. I just don't think we're going to get a lot out of Jimmy tonight. I think this is going to be sort of a rest game because he knows all he has to do is come up with one good game. If Jimmy comes up with like one playoff Jimmy game, that's going to be enough to get Steph back because Steph should be coming back game 5, or I think they're hoping to get him back game 5. So as long as he don't lose the next 4, he's good. Because that means it's going to be 3-2 with Steph coming back. And I know they feel like they could do what they got to do. And that game 6 would be in Golden State. So you can kind of maybe ease Steph back a little bit, make sure that hamstring good. In game 7, let him go all out, do what he do. So the way I look at it now, maybe we'll see. We'll see. But I just see Jimmy easing into this game. I can see Jimmy having 3 rebounds and 2 assists at the end of the first quarter. And me being like, okay, he chasing. Possibly. Let me go ahead and put the 10th of a unit on it. So pregame, and this is the best price you can get on BetMGM. Everywhere else is 1,100. In DraftKings, they don't even let you put the 10 and 10 together. But on FanDuel, it's 900. ESPN Bet, it's 1,100. So now I'm not sure what this is now. All these bets got put in court this morning at 11 a.m. Just been a super busy day, man. So But yeah, so Jimmy, triple double, 10 rebounds, 10 assists for Jimmy. 10th of a unit on that. Give you guys two more. And again, I hope this isn't a blowout, but it's giving blowout. So if it's giving blowout, Jonathan Kuminga, top point scorer. I knew I should have waited, but sometimes FanDuel is weird and they don't list top point scorers. So when I seen Kuminga pop at plus 8,000, I said I just put some blood money on it. Let's see what happens, because I figured there was a better chance. I figured the chances of that dropping were high enough, and I'm not sure what it is now, but I felt like the chances of that dropping and it never popping up on FanDuel was high enough for me to invest in it when I did. But I already knew if it popped on FanDuel, it would be higher, which it is. So you can get Jonathan Kuminga to be the top point scorer tonight's game for plus 10,000 on FanDuel, but we got it at plus 8,000 on DraftKings. All right. And last but not least, Ant Edwards to be the leading scorer in the first quarter. All right. Ant Edwards, leading scorer in the first quarter. This is on DraftKings. So plus 225. Just hopefully he goes off in the first quarter. Now, the person that I think could be, that could stop that, obviously somebody could get hot from three. So if somebody hit 2 or 3 threes in the first quarter, maybe that does it. But to me, it's either going to be Julius Randle or Jimmy Butler, and I don't think it's going to be Jimmy. Hopefully I'm wrong. Maybe Jimmy comes out, because if Jimmy comes out super aggressive, then we're going to have a game tonight. Then that's going to leave us open to, live bets and all that. But I don't have many blunt. Well, I do, but I don't have no crazy blunt money bets in here because I could see this game getting real ugly real early and then me trying to shade toward bench players. Actually, I may throw something else in right now with some bench players. Let me see. I already got some Kuminga. Wow. Yeah, these niggas is tripping. Hold on. Why can't I get on the kill? You niggas knew what I was thinking. Why can't I get on the kill Alexander Walker? Even though I like his unders, if this is gonna be a blowout, I don't know if his ass gonna be out there if it's gonna be a blowout. He could though. I'm on FanDuel with it. I'm just looking for a few things. I do low key like Jimmy Butler threes, but I'm gonna wait to get to Golden State to play those. But I won't be surprised if he hit 2 or 3 threes tonight. Damn, I need somebody from Minnesota who gonna get busy when it's a blowout. Hold on, this game started. Why they take the game off of FanDuel, DraftKings? Why would they do such a thing? I double checked today. It said the game ain't start till 8:30 now. I double checked today. What the fuck? But yeah, just to recap, man, Ant Edwards, first quarter points, big vibes, the vibes, man. Damn, I can't even get no DraftKings on here. Fuck it, damn. I can't even get the games on. All right, let's see. Wow, they don't have the lines up for DraftKings. You can get to the props, but they don't have the lines up. Okay. Let me see. I do low key like pods. I got some blunt money bets in the court with young pods. That nigga's ass. Oh, I'm cheesed. Mm, damn. FanDuel, y'all some hoes. I'm trying to get the craziest, I'm trying to get some shit working for us right now, gang. Trying to see what we could do. Hold on, man. But I do see somebody I like. We don't got no Pat Spencer lines on FanDuel. We got no Pat Spencer and we got no Nickeil Alexander Walker lines. So fuck it. But you know who lines we do have? Moses Moody. So go ahead and damn, that just went down too. It's okay. We're gonna put a 10th on Moses to get 15 tonight at plus 1,000. Blowout City, that's young Moses. And Moses could come in because this is anybody gets a turn tonight. Pause. Anybody, whoever wants it, they can get it. Pause. That's a double pause, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, it's first of all, it's not gonna be Buddy. It's not gonna be Buddy. Buddy Hill, welcome back to the real world for one. Shout out to Buddy who been cashing niggas. Shout out to young Buddy, but welcome back to the real world. That's first of all, Buddy. Second of all, guess who about to get the Steph Curry attention? One wild guess. It's not gonna be Pods. It's gonna be the nigga who's averaging 30 his last 2 games. So yeah, nigga. Jaden McDaniels, fucking Ant Edwards about to be on your top, and then damn Jimmy probably gonna be not aggressive. So I think it's gonna be a Pods game. And if Buddy not doing this thing, then that mean anybody with a pulse from Golden State. If your ass hit your first couple shots, nigga, congratulations. You might be getting 30 minutes tonight. That's how it's going. Quentin Post-Ass could come in there, go 3 of 5 in the first half, and now his ass gonna get 12 second half, 15 second half minutes out of nowhere. Moses Moody could be the same way. And y'all know Moses be aggressive. So he come in, go 2 of 3 in his first 5 minutes. He probably gonna earn himself some money. You dig? I'm or some time. Pods, he's starting, so he probably gonna get his minutes, regardless. But Pat Spencer, another guy, and plus these are guys, Jonathan Kuminga, but these are also guys that are gonna be in the game at the end. So I wanted to do, just so y'all know, Nickeil Alexander Walker and Moody. I wanted to do their 10 and 10 and their 15 and 15. And then I might have played their 15 and 15 separately. That's where I will go. If you can go there, go ahead. I can't do it on FanDuel, and I'm not doing it on DraftKings. Fuck that. Because I have a budget, I'm not putting no more money on DraftKings, and the money that I have left for DraftKings is going to be if I find one of them live specials. Hopefully, I could get a Jimmy Butler and Edwards each to score 8 points in the fourth quarter, plus 500, plus 450. Hopefully, it's not a plus 230 that they've been being weird lately. But that's where I was going to go, because now I don't like Nickeil as much, because Nickeil, he's not high in the rotation, but he's valuable enough that his ass ain't gonna be in the game at the end. You will see some Terrence Crawford, some goddamn Josh Manoit, them niggas, some Rob Dillingham. You'll see those guys. If it's a 35-point blowout, I don't think Nickeil will be out there. Maybe if he out there, he's gonna get busy, but I don't think so. Jonathan Kuminga in a game like last night, 25, 30-point game in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left. Oh yeah, I think Jonathan Kuminga gonna be out there. They're gonna let him run wild. Moses Moody, why not? He not starting. He in and out of rotation. Pat Spencer ass damn sure gonna be out there. So the fact that they're listing some of these guys, if you think it's gonna be a blowout, that's some good blowout insurance right there for you. I'm telling you. All right. But with that being said, I'm cool. Just Moses Moody, a 10th on that. A 10th unit on him to get 15. He can get that shit in a close game. Again, if this is just a very close game, and Moses Moody starts off strong, starts off 2 or 4, he hits a 3, gets a layup. Okay, he's got 5 points in his first 8 minutes. He's probably going to play 25 to 29 minutes. Now, if he comes in, starts off 0 of 3, 0 of 4 with a turnover in his first 7 minutes, then he's probably going to play 15, 16 minutes. It's that simple. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, them's the blunt money bets, them the straights. Tomorrow we'll be back locked and loaded with our challenges and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, we should. Oh, there go the homie Flo in the building. What go on, Canadian Cam, man? Same shit, different day, man. Ready to get to this bread. Don't really have no super lotto tonight. I don't think. Do I even have a big lotto? I don't think I have a big lotto tonight, but I do have that joint over plus 8,000. Yeah, that's a big lotto. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. How about them Knicks? 31 watching, 13 likes. Yeah, you Knicks fucking up. Sorry though. Only reason why I don't be tripping is because the likes been immaculate. So I'm gonna just assume that you niggas are gonna just like it later. I don't know. Sorry though. Let them likes not be, because we had 50 likes yesterday. Good job. We got to get to 50 likes every day. We had 50 likes. Good job. But yeah, this bitch don't got like. I'm gonna chill because it was late. That's all. We about to get back to that like quota. Jamari, Dream, you think Pat? I just explained. Now, playing time is relative. I just think that he's going to get 15 minutes for sure. And if you this type of game with a type of rotation from the coaches, if you're going to get 15 minutes, there's no reason why. Well, there's a very well chance you might get 25. There's nobody on the roster tonight for Golden State outside of Trace Jackson Davis and Looney that I'll be surprised if they get 25 minutes. Nobody. Pat Spencer 25 minutes. Why can't he? If he comes out playing good defense, hits a few shots early, they're gonna rock with him. Same thing with Moses, same thing with Kuminga. It's just tough to choose who you think. You know, to me, I'd rather just choose a guy or two and rock out like that. But if you wanted to say, hey, I think it's gonna be a blowout, / I just want to invest in one of these guys and just to put a 10th of a unit on all of them to score 15, separately and together, I can tell you. John Bell in the building, Mr. Wisconsin. Coach promised he's going to keep Conley in a lot this game. Oh, okay. Oh, well, yeah, see, I was about to say now, Conley, that'd be crazy. They're going to try and run his ass to the ground. They be saying that shit. And it's the thing. Gabe Payton asked him to run 40 minutes. If he don't hit no corner threes, he's not going over his PRA. That's the thing. He's not about to have 7 rebounds and 6 assists out here. His shit is going to be contingent on him hitting 2 or 3 threes. That's what his PRA is going to be. It's contingent on. And as a guy who took his rebounds live last game, he had 5 rebounds in the first quarter, and I literally watched this dude avoid rebounds like the plague. If any of his teammates was by it, he was letting them get it, and he was running up the floor, trying to space in the corner. And yeah, they're going to leave his ass open. They're going to leave him. So yeah, if he come out and hit, same thing with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And that I've always said that when you playing these low PRAs, anytime you're playing some stuff based on playing time or opportunity, all it takes is these guys not to hit shots. It's kind of the reverse of Josh Hart, Christian Braun theory. What did we see yesterday from Josh Hart? He knocked down his threes. So if you played his 2 and 3 threes, you felt good. You felt like a genius. He might have covered them shits in the first half. If you took Christian Braun threes yesterday, you up there tight because you only needed 2. And he started 0-4 by halftime, 0-5 by halftime, and none of them shits was close. So M. Forever was popping. Appreciate you pulling up. He said his nightcap, you would kick it in. Nah, that's cool. I feel you, John Bell. But he said he was made for this moment. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you now. He is made for this moment, but he gonna shoot that shit tonight. I'm just I didn't take his unders. I don't got nothing with Buddy under. You know what I'm saying? Let me double check. Because I might have put something with his under 20 points. But Buddy can definitely hit 5-6 threes tonight. Yeah, I ain't fronting on Buddy now. And honestly, what I like is Buddy rebounds and assists. He's the guy that I think will get some ancillary stats. I think he'll get the ugly stats that you just don't see. Like, Buddy, man, get out the way. That's supposed to be Jimmy Butler rebound type shit. Oh, but nah, they got his rebounds at 4.5, so they're on to me. Yeah, I'm cool. Cool on that. But I think he is built for the moment. He gonna shoot that shit. He gonna be like, oh wait, it's Buddy time? It's Buddy time. I just think it's gonna result in a 3 of 13, but we'll see. I thought about Buddy under, but there's too much value. Yeah, that's the thing. Buddy gonna get them shits up. He gonna get them up, Post starting too. See, that's a guy. Now again, he also may get played off the floor very quickly because if he started, then he's starting at the 5, and he's gonna pull Gobert out, but he's also should be getting abused by Rudy Gobert, and there's no way he should be able to keep Rudy Gobert off the boards. But we shall see. The Pope being from Nova has to be it's a Dante night. It could be. I don't have much. Oh, I have some with Dante, but not a lot. That maybe I'll get some live with Dante. I don't know why. I kind of like Dante more on the road. I feel like Dante, well, I know why, because I feel like a lot of those guys are like, I feel like Dante is a dog. Not that Nas ain't a dog, not that Nickeil Alexander Walker not a dog, but I feel like those guys are more comfortable at home. Whereas Dante, I feel like he's more the role player that it's like, all right, man, we're going on the road. We're going to need some help. All right, it's Dante time. You know, so yeah, it could definitely, it's always could be a Dante day. But I always find myself betting Dante when I'm worried about other people scoring. Like tonight, I think anybody could score. So yeah, Dante could definitely have 20 tonight. But on the road, I say all that to say this on the road, we will be betting Dante DiVincenzo. Especially heading back to Golden State. He used to play there. I think that was that his last spot before? No, obviously it wasn't. But that was his last spot before going to the Knicks. Because I remember we was playing Dante DiVincenzo over his rebounds and assists. It was like 3.5. He was covering that shit in the first half off the bench. Against the Kings. It was the Kings series. I think Steph might have had 50 that series to end that series a couple years ago. Something like that. Ben Road, No Hills in the building. But yeah, congrats to the Knicks, man. Salute to the Knicks. Not salute to me. I'm about to lose a unit because I did give out Boston -1.5 for the series yesterday. They're not winning 4 straight games. They may win the series. They are not winning 4 straight games. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen, man, because, yeah, Boston's going to win 2 more games. They're going to win 2 more games because they're the better team. And one of these games, they're going to shoot really good from 3. So you got the desperation game, and then you got which is next game. And then you got the 3-point game. But aside from that, and hopefully one of those games, if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm like, man, it's tough, man, because Knicks ain't played good yet. Big Purr played 1 good game. Brunson ain't had a great game yet. He hasn't shot the ball well, and they keeping him off the line. I don't want to say a great game. It's just like he ain't have like 35, 40 yet. You know, he closing. That's what he do. But Mikal Bridges ain't not doing shit to the 4th quarter. OG 1 good game. No Miles McBride yet. No. Now you did have your Mitchell Robinson game, which was last game, so I guess. But if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm like, we ain't even started cooking yet. Like we got a game where Cat gonna have 25 and 14, and Brunson gonna have 35. And OG gonna hit 4 threes, or maybe Mikal hit 4 3. Like you got a game where you have to deal with all that. And with Boston, my only problem is what I tell you guys. This is why I'd be happy that when they lose, like I don't think they're gonna lose, but I'll be happy when they lose because I don't like when basketball is turned into a math equation. And that's basically what Joe Mazzulla and Boston's done. And you know, their whole brass, that's what they've done. 3s more than 2s. And I'm happy they cut their 3s down by 20. That's good. I don't know why they did it. Hopefully it's bowing to public opinion. I'm happy that they cut their 3s down, but still, like, that's not the point, my nigga. Like, you got Jaylen Brown, you got hoopers. Derek White can hoop. He's got a great mid-range. We don't never see him rarely take mid-ranges no more. And he can get to the hole. I want him to shoot 16 threes. Please keep shooting 16 threes so we can keep betting your threes. But it's like, that's so much. And Tatum to be that big, bro. And we know Tatum issue. Now I know Tatum issue after listening to some podcasts and people smarter than me and thinking about it. It's simple. He's not athletic enough. He's obviously an NBA player. He's an athlete. But he doesn't have – Shea's got an elite first step. Even though he's not athletic as far as like he about to run and dunk on you with one hand, 40-inch vertical. He's super cat-like quick. That's why he get past everybody. That's why his hesitation is so crazy. The irky-jerky is so crazy because you got to deal with the first step. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have anything that's super physically imposing except for his size, pause. The fact that he's tall, he's a tall-ass guard for the most part. He's 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and he can dribble, he can lay you up, but he's not super athletic. So if his jump shot isn't falling, he's normal. If Jason Tatum's jump shot not falling, He don't got a bunch of post moves. Yeah, he got a nice little up and under. Evie Hooper got that. He got a turnaround fadeaway. That's what you want him to shoot, right? He can get to his mid range, but that's a jumper. Shea got a first step where he gonna get to the hole. Ant, you see what happened? Ant threes. He's still gonna get to the hole, get to the free throw line because he got that first step. He got that athleticism. Same thing with a LeBron, the athleticism. And KD's a pure shooter, so it's very rare that you're not gonna have the Tatum, like KD don't disappear. Because yeah, maybe his jump shot not falling for a game, but it's never gonna fall for a series. Tatum, his shit be disappearing for like 4 or 5 games. And it's just because he's a very good shooter, but he's not a great shooter. So long story short, if Tatum jumper not falling, good luck. Same thing with Jaylen Brown, except for he's a little more athletic. Well, he's much more athletic, but he's banged up. So, man, yeah, if I'm a Knicks fan, I feel really good about our chances. But you better win one in New York. You better get one of these 3 in New York, hopefully 2. And I must say, this is the first game. I mean, this is the first series where that desperation shit does not matter. Generally, desperation means a lot. This is the first round of the playoffs where that desperation capping, it worked for actually, it worked. You just had to go first quarter, maybe first half. So never mind. Desperation did work. If you thought your angle was okay, all these teams lost at home game 1, I think they're gonna come out because they desperate, they're motivated. I think they're gonna come out in the first quarter of these game 2s. You covered, and we'll see if it goes 4-4 tonight. But as far as just them winning the game, covering the spread of the game, nah. So motivation is still big. And generally, when you do it, you do try and do like trifectas when you bet the first quarter, first half, and full game. So, all right, recap. And first quarter points, Nas 12 points, Minnesota money line. See if we can get some bums to go crazy. Not bums, but some low rotation players to go crazy. Hopefully, Jonathan Kuminga or somebody has a huge game. But that's that, man. Be back tomorrow with Flo. Fridays with Flo. Got a workout with Time Flo coming on tomorrow. And yeah, man. That's that. So as always, hit that like button on the way out. Greatly appreciate y'all rocking with me. If you want all the plays, sub to the Cap Collective Discord. Link is in the description of the video in the bio of my Twitter page. Let me get a heart and retweet on Twitter. And like I said, sub to my channel, Blunt Money Bets. That's the channel you are watching right now. Sub to the channel, like the video. As always, greatly appreciate y'all rocking with me. Hopefully you found the stream entertaining and informative. Hit that like button on the way out. You know the vibes. Get this cash. We got to have it.